Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to go over the daily challenge really fast for about a minute, and then I'm going to talk about something that I think will interest you guys a lot, and that is time travel. And I am not the best explainer of time travel, but I will do my very best to explain it to you guys and talk about it, and if it is possible or if it isn't possible, and all that stuff. Anyways, let's talk about the strategy really fast. All I did was I started off with a dart monkey and a 3-0 plane. And the 3-0 plane is basically going to do all your popping power, and I got the dart monkey, the juggernaut, because I had nothing else to really pop leads. And you can try and get a spectre or something like that and use pineapple bombs to pop the lead, but you're probably not going to end up working that out too well, so I recommend just sticking with that. And then after that, you're basically just going to get a couple super monkeys and eventually robo monkeys to pop your Moabs and use your monkey aces as the popping power. And that's the basic strategy for the game. You got to be a little bit careful because this is a little bit hard. So yeah, that's really all I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to go really deep into the strategy. If you guys need to, just go and watch the video and just copy it exactly. Anyways, let's talk about time travel a little bit. Now, I might sound like a little bit of an idiot, and I might stumble on my words a little bit because time travel is kind of hard to grasp, and it's a just conceptually hard thing to understand for most people, and it's a hard thing to explain. So that's why I might stumble on my words and sound a little bit stupid sometimes, and then just like go back and be like, I need to talk about this before I talk about that, because that is the conceptual thing. If I actually wrote this down, wrote it on a paper, and I just talked about it and read what I wrote, it might be a little bit easier, but I'm just going off the top of my head right now. First of all, is time travel possible? Yes and no. Time travel is possible in one direction, and that is forward. If you think about it, you actually travel through time right now. You are traveling forward in the direction of time, just like everybody else. You just experience seconds and minutes and everything like that. Could you go backwards in time? No, and that basically, unless you can get infinite mass or break general relativity, you cannot travel back in time. So if you think Einstein was an idiot and you think he was wrong, yeah, you can travel back in time. But if you think he was right, which I think pretty much everybody thinks, because it's basically factual now, or I guess the word would be fact, instead of just like, oh, I can't even think of the word right now. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit tired. I can't even think of the word. Anyways, let's just keep going on. He was right, just put it that way. I think he's right. I think most physicists know he's right. Anyways, that's why you can't travel back in time. And I could go a little bit more in detail, but I'm probably going to save that for another video. Right now, I'm just going to talk about how going forward in time is possible, and that's what I'm going to talk about for the next 2 minutes. You can go forward in time faster than somebody else. Whenever you go in a plane, you're actually traveling faster in time than somebody else because you are traveling faster. No, well, I'm sorry. You're actually traveling slower in time because you are traveling faster. And the faster you go towards the speed of light, the more time slows down. So, for example, if you're going 99% the speed of light, you won't experience time differently, but your time will technically be slower. Now let me explain that in a really fast minute explanation. Let's say I live on Earth, and my twin brother, Chris number 2, goes in a spaceship and travels out to a distant star and comes back in 8 years. Now, 8 years my time or 8 years his time? Well, let's pretend like he's going 99.99% the speed of light, just for an example. Now, I haven't figured out the exact time. It's called time dilation, and there's actually an equation for it. You can figure out how much time would actually pass by for him compared to me, but I'm not going to talk about that. I'm just going to make up numbers right now. What might feel like 8 years for me, well, here, let's talk about him on the spaceship. Him on the spaceship, he's traveling away. He doesn't know what's going on Earth, but he travels 8 years away. He travels 4 years away to the star, and then he decides to travel 4 years back. And he could come back to Earth, and I could be not dead because it's been 8 years later for him, but I could have been dead for hundreds of years. And let me explain that really fast. What happens is, he's traveling so fast that time actually slows down around, like, for his spaceship, because he's traveling so fast compared to time on Earth. So my time would actually end up being faster. He could come back in 8 years, and I could be 75 years old, and he could be 28 years old. That's how that works. That's how time dilation works. And that might sound like it's unreal, but it is actually true and can happen. When they have certain clocks on planes or on, like, this International Space Station, they actually have to adjust them by nanoseconds or milliseconds every once in a while, because they actually experience time different than what's on Earth. Their time will actually tick just a little bit slower compared to ours. So that they don't experience it any slower, but it actually is slower. And like I said, it sounds really difficult and weird, but it does happen. If you guys want me to explain it a little bit more, I will explain it in my other video. Anyways, I hope you guys like this and have a nice day.